Hello. Not sure if anybody can hear me. Obviously, the title says Mama Takeover. We're gonna go kick some spore ass at Furrowfield today in Dragon Quest Builders 2. Oh, game, yes, I know. It's still good though. You can't beat that. I know Anastasia can't do it because of all the pixels, and that's totally fine. She's not required. I, however, love this game. So, if you want to hang out with me and watch my crazy little character try to level up and beat up some crazy ants and some stupid slugs and some evil spores, love to have you hang out and chat. I'm not super great at doing the chat, but hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Is that I'm lost? Is that better? Or is it still muffled? No, you're not getting anything at all? Or is it just my voice? I don't know if I need to turn it up on the Xbox or if I need to turn it up on the game. Again, not really my area of expertise. I just thought I needed a little release and, killing crazy deranged monsters seemed like a good idea. So are we good? Thanks for coming to hang out with me. I'm lost. Let's see what kind of shenanigans we get up to. All right. So there's a whole bunch of glitches in this game, apparently. So there's certain things that you can't do or recommends that you don't do because if you do, then it'll cause a problem with your quest later. Blah 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 blah. One would think after all this time they would have fixed that shit, but apparently not. That's okay, Square Enix. We still love you. It's all good. So let's go see what the crazy chick over here wants. I think she wants me to fix her irrigation system. Fix your own damn irrigation system. I got monsters to fight, you little bitch. Oh, her raccoon. Oh my god. Ginger scientist. She was like maybe 2.5, maybe at most 3, but I think she was about 2.5. And she had gotten a one of those, bigger blow up pools for uh, just to play around in the summer because mm, it was it was an easy thing to do for her, especially with their dad being deployed so much and everything. Um, so we had this pool blown up, and we have like mutant raccoons out here in California. I don't even know what the hell these raccoons get into. I don't know if they're on steroids or what the fuck the problem is. They are damn crazy for starters, and they're huge, like legitimately scary big. So she was, of course, looking out the window. She was super excited because she wanted to go in her pool the next day, and she saw these big raccoons, and it came and pressed its face up against the window. And of course, it scared her because, again, this thing looked like a monster. It was humongous. So then, I'm like, it's okay. It's fine. I got you. Mom's not going to let anything happen to you. Um, got her to calm back down. We went about our evening, did whatever. Next morning, we got up and she went out to go get in her pool because, it wasn't super deep. And they had popped her pool. Like, and I mean, I get it. Like, they were trying to get water, but she was so devastated. So for the longest time, and I mean, honestly, even still now, she hates raccoons because they popped her pool, and like she would tell everybody that. It was so funny. Like she was like, I don't like raccoons. They pop my pool. She would cry. Of course, she was little and she was cute, so everybody was like, "Oh, well, did your mommy get you another pool?" No, I didn't get her another pool. Why? So another raccoon could pop it and she could cry again? Hell no. But yeah, so that was Crazy Daisy with your freaking raccoons. But yeah, so yeah, my favorite story about her though, she was 5, and her dad had deployed for the first time, like since she was old enough to really understand that he wasn't going to be back for a while. So she was going to start kindergarten, and we had just moved, so there was a lot of big changes. And I was like, okay, like, well, we'll do something fun for Fourth of July because he left right before the Fourth of July. The zoo was having a special on tickets, like for a nighttime zoo, whatever. So I took her to the zoo because I thought, okay, safe spot. We can go to the zoo, look at the animals. All the kids like the zoo. No, not mine. So we get up to, because there's this pathway that you have to climb up to get to what's called um, the tree house. I don't know if it's even still like that. We haven't been back. I won't go back. So we get to the tree house, and on the way up, we had Bengal tigers, and there was like a recorded sound. So this little boy saw that it scared her, so he kept pressing it over and over. And of course, she was just getting more and more worked up. So then we get up to the top, and by this point in time, she's pretty agitated, kind of having a little bit of a 5-year-old panic attack there. But I mean, I understand she was scared, and I'm like, okay, well, there's unfortunately not a whole lot I can do about this, but we'll go ahead and go back down. Yeah, no, that was not an option because the only way to get back down was to pass back by the tigers that were like 100 feet away and behind glass, but apparently that was still not safe enough for her. So she's the we're in this little store at the top of the treehouse, and the whoever was in charge, like the store employee, was like, "Oh, what can I do to help you guys?" I was like, "Okay, well, I mean, we can try to, maybe go ahead and go down a different way." Well, that way was dark, so that was not an option. And yeah, the story gets fun and more fun. So she was agitated, and she decided that she wanted to be escorted out by somebody in charge. And she straight asked she said, "I need somebody in charge." Like, she was audacious. So they call, because, I mean, we've been up here now for like 45 minutes, an hour. And I mean, they're being pretty gracious about the whole thing. Like, they're being, really good about, like, understanding that she's just a little girl and she was scared. And I explained what happened. And then, so the zoo security comes, and they're like, "Okay, well, we can go down this other path. There are no animals." But it was really dark. So she wouldn't go down this path because she didn't know what was out there. And she straight told this guy, she was like, "I don't know what's out there, and I don't trust these animals." I was like, "Okay, we're gonna have to figure something out because we can't spend the night at this zoo in the treehouse." So then she's just getting more and more agitated, and she asked the guard, she's like, "Do you have a gun?" He's like, "No." She's like, "Well, then you can't protect me." I mean, she had a point. So then San Diego police officers were called. They get there, and she's like, "Oh, do you have a gun?" "Yeah." "Can I see it?" "No." "Then I'm not going." Oh my God. Are you kidding me? So this poor cop, he was so sweet, but he was so just taken aback by the whole thing. He didn't even know what to do. Showed her his gun, and she was like, "I want to see the bullets." Like, she was not having shit. So we showed her the bullets, and then the employee at the store gave us what was a magic umbrella that made us invisible to any animals that might see us. So we got escorted out of the San Diego Zoo by two San Diego police officers, two zoo security, and a magic umbrella, and we were kindly asked not to return. And I haven't. She has, but I have not. So that is my favorite embarrassing story about Anastasia. I mean, I'm sure if my mom was still here, she'd probably have plenty to tell about me, but she's not, so it's my turn, and there it is. Yeah, apparently they didn't get her name, which is really funny because, like, she had no problem telling people, "I'm Anastasia," like, because she knew she was named after a princess, and so, like, Princess Anastasia with her fucking magic umbrella. Oh my God, I was just like, this is not how I wanted to start my summer because we had just, like I said, we had just moved. My kid just played. It was not how I wanted things to be working out, but yep, there it is. So yeah, she was she was audacious even as a little one, and I'm sure I probably didn't help that. I read Shakespeare to her. It was just me and her, so we kind of did everything. Like when I was finishing up my master's, like she would come sit with me while I was doing my homework, and I would just talk to her about it. I mean, I knew she couldn't understand, like she didn't understand finance equations, but that was okay. I didn't want her to feel less than, because it's so easy to do that to a child. Um, Funny little tidbit, and I know, unless you have little ones, I believe. Um, Susan, oh my gosh, she passed. She was in Three's Company. I am totally blanking on her last name. Um, she spoke at my bachelor's graduation, and she told this story. And it was really, really cute. She said, I had this little bird, and it was outside, and it was kind of up in an area that was a little risky for it, with the cats and everything. So I wanted to protect it. So I did what I thought was best for the little bird, and I brought it inside, not realizing that that would not go well, that ended up actually backfiring. And I was trying to do something nice. I was trying to protect this little bird, but all I did was make it so that when I did put it back outside, its mother refused to feed it because it had been touched by humans. She said, so the point of this is, you know, really think about what you're telling your kids they can and can't do. Because I brought this little bird in because I thought it couldn't take care of itself. As opposed to if I had just left it alone, it would have figured it out, or its mother would have came back and it would have been okay. So I always tried to do that with Anastasia. I always tried to, I didn't tell her because I said so. I would try to get her to come to the conclusion that she was, you know, why can't you, well, when you're all little kids, I want to fly. Of course you do. How you gonna get there? I'm gonna, I'm gonna, I'm gonna go on the roof. How you gonna get on the roof? I'll get a ladder. Can you carry it from the garage? No, you'll help me. No, why am I gonna help you? You're the one that's gonna fly. And so then she would come to the conclusion that, oh, maybe flying wasn't. And then, I asked her, okay, so what happens if you can't fly? Well, I'll fall. Well, and what happens if you fall? I'll get hurt. Okay, so you want to go get that ladder now? No, we'll play. Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, it doesn't, unfortunately, it doesn't work with every child, but it is something that, I just try to always consider that that was, in fact, a little person in there and not something unformed for me to shape. I mean, of course, I, helped her develop who she became, but a lot of who she became, I tried to let her come to a logical conclusion about why that was the best approach. Because I wanted her to be able to think critically on her own, because I'm not going to be here forever, or there's going to be times I'm not available, and she's going to have to be able to do that herself. So, yeah, she was some. Her kindergarten teacher called me because she told them She told her teacher she was a bitch. She was absolutely horrible. She told a couple of the kids they would never amount to anything, including my daughter. Thank you, whore. My daughter has five hardest degrees. Number one and number five, bio and psychology. So suck my dick. You suck. Like you should not be a fucking teacher. But she told her she didn't want to take a nap because she didn't take naps at home. She told her teacher, I don't want to take a nap. I'm not tired. She said, well, but all the other kids are laying down. She said, well, I'm not taking a nap because I'm not tired and it's not negotiable. So I get a call from her school, and I'm at work at this point in time. They called me at work, and she was like, you need to deal with your daughter. I'm like, all right, what'd she do? Well, she told me that she didn't want to take a nap, that it wasn't negotiable. And I was like, okay, so what's the problem? I mean, I understand she needs to be able to take a nap because probably all the other kids were sleeping, but she clearly wasn't tired, so she wasn't going to take a nap. Like, what do you want me to do about it? I can leave work, but it's not going to make her go to sleep. She said, well, she used the word negotiable. I was like, yeah, and? She said, she doesn't know what that means. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Do you not know what that means? Apparently, she told Anastasia that she didn't know what that means. She shouldn't use that word. And Anastasia said, well, do you know what that means? And she wouldn't answer her. And she said, okay, then you explain what it means to me. So Anastasia said, well, negotiable is when you talk about something and you decide whether or not it can or can't happen, or whether or not it is or isn't a good idea. And not negotiable means that you can talk about it all you want, but it is not going to happen. So I'm not taking a nap. Like, I mean, I understand. I'm a substitute teacher in addition to everything else we do. So I get it. Like, I would be like, I don't even know what to say to this child, but I wouldn't have called her mom at work and been like, your daughter shouldn't be using big words. Because that's just rude. Like, don't be insulting. I'm sorry that, somebody just handed you a degree and allowed you to teach 5-year-olds. But yeah, no, she was atrocious. I actually ended up one time running into her. Um, I was subbing at Anastasia's school, and she was like, "Oh, how's your daughter?" I was like, "Oh, she's fine. She's in college. She's doing very well. She's part of Psychi. It's the International Honor Society for Psychologists." Yeah, you know that kid who said you never amount to anything? That one. Bitch. Yeah. See, and this one, apparently her husband was like a firefighter or something. I don't know. So I don't know if they just thought like the sun shone on her ass or what the fuck the problem was. But yeah, she worked there up until she retired a couple of years ago. I think she retired right around COVID. But Anastasia was the only one. Like the little boy that she used to play with all the time in elementary school, Sam Sherman, this teacher told him that he was stupid and he'd never amount to anything. Now, out here we have what's called Socratic seminar for kids. There's just gate and then there's seminar. Seminar is obviously higher up than gate. Gate is like your advanced students. Sam has a twin brother, Jacob. Sam tested for Socratic seminar. Jacob tested for just gate. So Susie and Anita, Sam and Jacob's moms, put Sam as just gate because they didn't want Jacob to feel left out because they were so little. Sam currently is he actually does pool maintenance and repair. Um, and it like he's really successful. Like he does really well for himself. Like San Diego is super expensive. He lives with his girlfriend. Like he's always doing whatever he wants because he's got plenty of money. Which, yeah, huh? That kid that you said would never amount to anything. How many other kids did you say that to? And unfortunately, how many of them fucking listen to your dumbass? Fortunately, my daughter did not. Fortunately, Sam did not. But you can really damage a child saying some stupid shit like that. I'm sure you probably have, I'm sure your kids try your patience. And I'm sure you end up just getting to a point where you're like, no, just no. I mean, we all do. But, I wish when I'm subbing, because I ended up subbing like kindergarten a lot. And of course, there's some else, the little 5 and 6 year olds. They always have the craziest little questions. But I will always try to give them the benefit of the doubt that they are in fact smart enough to keep up with what I'm saying. And if I see that they're looking a little lost, I'll explain what I'm saying. Or I'll, take the vocabulary back a little bit so that I can get them to keep up with me. But talking down to a child or saying mean things to a child isn't a way to get them to excel. That's not what you should be doing, especially at that young age. You should be getting them to feel good about themselves. And, not every child's book smart, and that's okay because it takes all types. I mean, there's people who, like Einstein, he had a fifth grade reading level, but he split the fucking atom, created the nuclear bomb. So sometimes school isn't always the most bottom line. This is what everything needs to be that it should be. Because, I mean, I'm sure there was probably somebody at some point who gave Einstein a hard time about not being good at English. He just wasn't good at English. He was great with science, great with math, did not do well with English, you know? But, wow, so this genius was not a genius because he struggled with English? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. And I just feel like that kids in general kind of get stuck in that a lot where they just get pushed aside because people don't want to work with them and they don't want to take time to figure out, what are they capable of. So, yeah, that's my crazy little rant about teachers, which is ironic that I am a substitute teacher, but I don't, I don't actually, I'm a terrible substitute teacher, I'm not gonna lie. Um, because I end up just, like when I have an older, like middle school, for example, the teachers always leave the stupidest shit. And when you're there for a day, like these kids are not going to listen to me. They're not going to care what I say. So why are you leaving this stupid worksheet that you know you're not going to grade? I'm not going to grade it. So you're just wasting these kids' time. So a lot of times I'll just tell them, like, you have a worksheet, your teacher claims that he or she is going to check it tomorrow. You have experience with them. I do not. So you know that if you don't get it done, you may or may not get in trouble. So I'm going to leave it up to you. If you have any questions about the worksheet, please come see me. I'd be happy to help you with it. But otherwise, just keep it down. Understand that there are other classes in session. If you get too loud, you'll disrupt other classes. And I just kind of let them do their thing. Most schools have a no phone policy, so I do enforce that. And most schools have a no food or drink in the classroom, so I also enforce that. But, you know, life is just, honestly, I feel like it's video games. Take this one, for example. There's just, as soon as you step outside of the safe zone, there's 100 different monsters just waiting to knock you on your ass. So why don't you have safe places? And, why aren't we extending that courtesy to children? Why aren't we allowing them to have safe places? Yeah, so that's my crazy little rant. But yeah, I agree. Fuck that teacher. She was completely horrendous. I was not a fan. And apparently, I did not learn the upgraded version of um, the workbench. So I will now never learn it. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. When I was working at a child development center, I had this little boy because I had a group of 12 kids that I had 8 hours a day, every day. And, they were getting ready to start first grade. So I wanted them to have, like try to, just try to keep up. It was summertime, but I wanted them to try to keep up at least a little bit with school stuff. So we did a little worksheet, and I knew I was gonna have to help them like with the spelling and stuff, and that was fine, not a big deal. But one of the questions was, I like it when teachers, and then you fill in the blank. So keep on. puts, I like it when teachers yell at me. I was like, what? I was like, why do you like when teachers yell at you? He's like, because then that way they're at least paying attention to me. I was like, okay, well, why do you need teachers to yell at you to pay attention to you? And he said, well, because I'm bad. I was like, okay, why do you think you're bad? He said, well, that's what my mom tells me. My little sister is an angel. I was like, mm-hmm. Yeah, I know Kiana, and she not. So this little boy's mom, because his dad had left, would tell him every day how bad he was and how awful he was. And it just broke my heart. Like I could not handle that. So I was like, all right, well, what can we do to help with this? Because no, just no. Well, he obviously had some issues seeing himself as being a good person. Which, I mean, at six, it's kind of a hard thing to convince somebody that they're a good person because, they have a limited amount of things that they can do outside of, being at home. Um, so every day, I had him work with me and tell me that, I was like, okay, keep on. I want you to tell me that you're a good person. You know, I said, pat your heart. So he did. And I said, no, look at me and tell me I'm awesome. And he was like, no, Miss Julie, I can't do that. I was like, yes, you can. Go ahead. Pat your chest and tell me I'm awesome. And you could tell where that was somewhat of a struggle for him. He was kind of having a hard time with it. But got him to do it. And then like I told him, I was like, sometimes you don't make the best choices. Like Mike is not a really good influence on you. So maybe don't hang out with Micah. And he was like, okay. I was like, and just remember, you're not a bad kid. You're awesome. He was like, no. Well, by the end of the summer, because I had him for the summer, by the end of the summer, he'd come up to me every day. He'd like start his day and he'd pat his chest to go, Miss Julie, I'm awesome. I was like, yeah, you are. So I was like super happy that this little boy had, you know, stopped listening to his stupid ass mom and could tell me that he was awesome. And you could see where he actually started to believe that he could, because I was like, okay, next year when you start school, like, make better choices. Like, I'm not saying you can't be friends with Micah, but, if Micah is trying to convince you to do something bad on the playground, don't do it. If he's trying to tell you not to do your homework, well, you know what? Homework, it may not be fun, but it's important. So, a couple years went by, and my assistant that I'd had in um, helping me that summer ran into Kevon. He was like in third grade, I think, at this point in time. And they were coming back from um, yeah. Well, one of his biggest things was he had a hard time even just telling me I'm awesome because he had thoroughly believed that what his mom said and that he was not he actually believed that he was a bad child because that's what his mom had convinced him that he was bad because he wasn't his sister. That's essentially what it amounted to. So yeah, all the kids had little chores that I had them do just to keep them like we had perler beads. I made them sort them, and then I tell them how great a job they did sorting them. And them children would sit there for hours sorting them damn beads, but it was fine with me. I didn't care. They were entertained, and then I didn't have to worry about them getting in trouble. So it was fine. But Kevon at this award ceremony, he showed Miss Jennifer all the stuff that he got, and he was on the A honor roll. And he said, Miss Jennifer, do you still talk to Miss Julie? And she was like, yeah, I see her every weekend. Why? And he said, and he patted his heart. He said, will you tell her I'm awesome? That Kevon said, I'm awesome. And tell her thank you. Now, I don't know whatever happened to Kevon because, I mean, it's kind of hard to keep in touch with, you know, somebody who's a small child. But at least for a little bit, that made a difference to him. And I actually don't have a psych degree. I have an MBA in marketing. I took teaching as a way to be able to be at home with Anastasia when Mike was gone. So my hours would be similar to hers. And it allows me, freedom, kind of like owning your own business, allows you freedom to do what you need to do. Um, oh, Anastasia? Ginger? I don't know if she even knows her sign in. So it wouldn't take that personal. You have her on Instagram. She actually doesn't do a lot with social media. I mean, she has her stuff for streaming, and but that's that's kind of it. Um, what am I supposed to be doing? I did not pay attention. Oh, we need to grow some wheat. Okay. Oh, he's got to be all dramatic and shit. Yes, she deleted her Facebook, and I took all the pictures off of mine because we just had so much shit that we were dealing with stupid people. So um, I took off all my pictures. She just completely deleted hers, and I cleared out my friends list. And I know it's a little, it's a little harsh, but I kind of have the philosophy of if you unfriend me, then whatever, um, whatever happens next, well, that's kind of on you. And I very much uh, won't. Um, I'll block. If you unfriend me, I'll block your ass. Because I figure, you don't want to be my friend anymore. Well, fuck you then. Of course, I do have a lot of people that I'm friends with because I grew up in Indiana, and so I have a lot of people that I'm on there just so I can keep up. And then of course I have family, and God knows that's a challenge. You know how people are like, oh, well, my family, yeah, I'm just gonna be real honest. I wish I could say that about my family, but it should generally more in the tone of, oh, I wish that was my family because at least then my family wouldn't be the crazy ass hellions that I'm related to. Yeah. Like I had people from, because we go to Disney a lot. So I had people from Disney as a way to be able to contact them. Um, but yeah, I don't like you have to be friends with somebody I'm friends with to even add me. To even, I don't even know if you can find me unless you're friends with somebody that I'm friends with. really feel like I need to have at least um, one other stack of fire or one other bonfire because I feel like that would be beneficial when you're trying to cook this shit that takes forever because it's it's kind of like Dreamlight Valley. I know you play that where if you go harvest a you know 100 pumpkins, you're not going to get near as much as if you um, cook pumpkin soup. So, same principle here, except it's energy based, not money based. Oh, damn it. Um, I'm going to build another bonfire and so I can place my cabbages on there. This game, the first time I played it, it was actually here in Furrowfield. I fell off. Stop it. See, this is what I'm talking about. Stop. Um, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I know. Have you made the little you can cook 30 at a time thing? That's I mean, that's at least good. Like that's effective. I mean, you still have to use your whatever the rift points are. Um, but then it allows you to cook 30 at once and you don't have to be there. So it's at least a little, I mean, you still have to wait for it to cook, but it's a little less time consuming. Um, than cooking level 3 take over a day to cook one inventory of pumpkins. So I know you guys have heard Anastasia talk about how like I do my chest for storage and my vegetables are alphabetized. No, my kitchen cabinets are not alphabetized, but my vegetables in Dreamlight Valley are. Um, so I have all my stuff in one big room in the back, and I've got, a build table back there, and I've got a stove so I can cook in that room too. Um, and then yeah, I've got the one thing, and I know it does take a while, but it is. I mean, you still get a decent amount for just pumpkins, like just growing pumpkins, but even that's like time consuming. I don't know if it rains a lot in your valley. It's always raining in my valley except when I want it to, and then it's never raining. Yeah, that's that's what I do too. Um, like I moved all of my cacto berries or whatever they're fucking called over in the Rift in Time area, the Eternity Island. Um, I moved them all to like that area, like right below Jafar's um little um place where he goes and locks himself up. But so I have a chest that I do nothing but put cacto berries in, and then it's just one of the small chests. Um, but yeah, I did that too, and like in Force of Valor, I have um a chest for garlic because that's where you get garlic. Yeah, I did that too because it's to me it makes and I even did that with like the flowers. Now all my gems are all in like the one chest that you can have no matter where you are, and it's got the same shit in it the whole time. Um, Even if you have 500 of those chests, it's still the same stuff. I do have my gems in that, like my gemstones and like my onyx and stuff. Um, I do have that in there, but everything else, yeah, I I don't. I'll be honest, I don't like going on Anastasia's Dreamlight, except if it's like very specific. I need to go on to do this for her, um, because I can't find anything. I don't know how she's got her shit organized. So then I get frustrated. I'm like, all right, well, we're not doing anything with all this today. Yeah, I like Dreamlight. I have a lot of fun with it, but I can only handle so much, and then I get pretty aggravated because I just kind of feel like I don't know. I guess I guess it feels repetitive. I don't know. I don't know how else to phrase that. That's the best way I can think of to. I start to feel like I'm just doing the same thing over and over and over, And I don't like that. I like there to be something different, something fun and interesting. And I mean, I know like with the Star Path, but I feel like the Star Path has been stupid. I have not been a fan of this one at all. Like, why you always gotta give Mother Gothel her favorite gift? And why they always gotta be wanting something that's like super hard to get or super rare or takes a lot to cook. I don't like you that much. So why do I have to give you nice shit? You don't do anything for me. But yeah. Of course, this game, I mean, I've completed it on Switch, but I don't obviously I don't remember doing it because there's mistakes that I've made that I can't go back without like actually just going back and restarting the whole game. Um, but like this game, it like you can even after you complete the game, like even after you beat the game, you there's still things that you can do that are like you can go to an island and like you can create your own island. I'm not good. Hey, how are you doing? I don't know if you realize this is mom, gender scientist mom, also her mod. Um, she's sleeping. I don't sleep at night. It's not a thing. Um, decided to come on here and beat up some zombie is rough, yeah. And then it catches up to me because I'm not super young. So then I hit a point where I'm like, okay, and it's always when my blood sugar's low, and then they're mean. Anastasia and her dad are mean. They're so mean when my blood sugar's low because they want me to go to sleep, which I know, like, that's dangerous. They can't let me go to sleep, but that's not how I see it. I see it as them being mean. Um, but yeah, no, insomnia is. I'm like I lay there and I'm like, I know I need to go to sleep. Let me read my book for a little bit, and then I'm like, fuck, 5 chapters later. Well, shit. If I, maybe I should pick a stupid book that I'm not gonna like, that's gonna bore me to sleep. But I can't do that. I refuse to spend money on something that I know I'm not gonna like. So then I like revert back to classics, Anastasia's childhood literature, Shakespeare, Austen, Chaucer. Most people were reading Dr. Seuss and Eric Carle, and Anastasia was getting Romeo and Juliet. And the sonnets, and iambic pentameter. You've met me before? I think you've been swimming at my old house. We don't live there anymore. If this is who I think it is, um, yeah. I know who this. I believe I know who this is. But yeah, you've you hung out with her sometimes in high school, right? Are you kidding me? You have to keep up with her. You know her. She is a challenge. I mean, she's she's really special. I'm very lucky to have her as the daughter. Mm, man, how the fuck am I supposed to get over to this place? Ugh. So, what are you up to these days then? Yeah, Anastasia does the Twitch thing, and then we have an embroidery business, and then I also do aromatherapy and candles, and then I'm still a substitute teacher for San Diego Unified. Because of course we live in the most expensive city ever. I mean, I love it here. Ooh, I don't know if I collected the mini metal on the other one. Shit, that's gonna suck if I did not. Um, Not as much now. Um, the place we live in is smaller and a lot more expensive because we bought a house. Um, but I mean, yeah, we do still have Disney stuff that we collect. We don't do as many pens now, though. Um, yeah, that was not my ideal. I was not quite ready for buying a house, but Not always ready for what life deals you. You just do what you can with what you got. Oh, son of a bitch. I know. House prices are insane everywhere. Like, even in my hometown. Well, okay, not strike that because don't nobody want to live there. Um, my brother, my mom left our my well basically was my childhood home to my brother because he had moved in with his I don't know like fourth or fifth wife or whatever it was. Um, so he got that, which I mean, like I don't care. Like I don't, I have no desire to live back there. So I'm solid. But um, damn, these critters are evil. Hmm. Yep. I mean, my brother was like, he was talking about how um, his housing payment, his mortgage was only $500 a month. I was like, I'm done with this conversation. Like, I'm not talking to you anymore. You suck. Like, don't ever come at me again with I can't afford anything because I will beat you. Like, I seriously, I will. There will be so much pain involved. I mean, a good portion of that is, of course, because my mom did set it up so that um, um, sorry, but my mom did set it up so that a good portion of that was taken care of um, with an insurance policy that she had that paid off a portion of it, which, I mean, like, good for you. Like, I'm super happy for you that you got that. Like, that's awesome. Um, Damn it, I'm gonna get my ass handed to me here in just a minute. And I'm not about to fall in that water because I'm stupid fucking mermaids. Or mermen. They're mermen. There are no females. They're all males. They're evil. Oh yeah, that's like you can't. It's honestly almost cheaper to go out to a nice restaurant as it is to go like to a whatever restaurant. Like that is an issue that we do have here, and then sometimes it's even more expensive to try to yeah, I'm gonna sleep before I continue the shenanigans because I know my ass is gonna die if I don't. Um, yeah, exactly. I mean, you just you can't win. It doesn't matter what you do. It's either okay, I eat out and then I deal with all of the not healthy things that come with that, or I cook and yeah, that's just as expensive as it is to eat out. And then where do you eat out at? Because like eating out at McDonald's is outrageous. And then like where's the balance in all of it? And where's the best way to handle it? Because there really isn't one anymore. Like I feel like I know that with the elections and everything, that's when you know the fall is when everything will, of course, shift dramatically. But by then, it's not gonna like. I don't know why people think we're not still in a recession because we are, and we're in a recession from the aspect of people just can't they can't afford. I mean, my my surgeon that because I have an implant in the front of my in my mouth, where the tooth just wasn't savable, and my surgeon, because he knows what we pay for our mortgage payment here every month, and he was like, "I'm be honest, if I had your mortgage payment, there's no way I would not be able to do it." I was like, yeah, that's an ouch right there. She is such a little punk ass. This stick is the greatest thing ever. Up until we have to go deal with all these fucking ants. Uh huh. Yep. No, I know. I'm a diabetic, so dental issues are just kind of par for the course. And now, like the guy who did my implant, he stopped taking insurance because like he stopped taking all insurance because they were trying to force him to cut down what he was charging. He was like, "Tell me what this like." He showed me what he pays for an implant. He's like, "Okay, you own a business and you don't have the kind of overhead, but I know you have a degree in marketing, so I know you understand like how intense this is." He's like, "How am I supposed to charge what they're telling me I can charge and still be able to make any kind of profit and pay my bills like at home?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, you're right. You can't." Hmm. Yep, that sounds about right. I mean, okay, there's a girl who doesn't need any kind of um any kind of assistance to boost her. Where's this little fucking rat at? I need that so that I can learn about these stupid globes and I can teleport. Um, because that makes it so much easier. But apparently, I did not come the right way, and I'm so lost. Clearly, streaming and trying to do all this shit was not my best plan. But I just thought, maybe it'd be a fun thing for everybody. Oh, no. Do you really want to? No, we are not. bitch. Um, sorry. I get ready when I'm hungry. Yeah, okay, sir. We all do. Why you be acting like you's all special about that shit and whatever? It's about time. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm like all the hell over the place. I was trying not to get my ass handed to me in this game. Oh, that's a creepy view. I don't like that. Stop. I think I'm gonna have to look up and see where this stupid globe thing is. No, I don't. I'm not. I'm not a fan of this view here. I mean, it is at least giving me like warp locations. But how do I get out of this stupid view? I don't need to be all like super close up to everything. What the fuck? I am not gonna be able to handle this. I don't know what I did, and I don't know how to get out of it. So I think I'm probably going to go ahead. What? I can't even save? Rude. No, 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 no monsters. I don't I don't need to be dealing with this shit. I can't see. What the fuck? Yeah, y'all need to fight. You need to be doing something. Yeah, you can join us, bitch. With your big head. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, stuffy weirdo. Okay, yeah, that's great. Like, can we go fight now? My people are getting beat up. I can't see. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, monster. And, and I would love to be able to see what the fuck I'm doing. And I don't know how to get back to a different view. We're gonna save just because in case I die. Oh, thank God. The monsters are defeated. No, I'm not talking to you. You know, you guys, I think it's possible that I have just. All clear. Oh, thank you, Brittany. Thank you for that little tidbit of weird shenanigans that. There we go. That's what I needed. Oh my God, what the fuck am I supposed to do with some bones? That's so weird. Oh my God, with the wiggly dude. Oh yay, a new destination has been added to your map. Ugh. $241 to go to the next level. Wow, that sucks. I know I have to go find Mr. Wiggly, but it's too late in the day for me to do that. no, we don't need more monsters invading the fucking like. Why you gotta be like that, bitches? Ugh. I feel like it's I'm not I'm jumping ahead and I need to. I wish I had a wicked weapon. Oh, fuck you. We're gonna go to sleep now before some other shit happens. I would love to find the little Wrigley. Yeah, I think it's possible that I like jumped ahead 50 fucking things and then I'm like not getting where I'm supposed to be going and I think it's possible that my blood sugar is low. God, please help me. Please tell me that this is. Oh, look, my sleepy little shenanigans are captured. Yes, I'm still streaming. Ginger scientist has awoken. She just said I was yelling at her. Oh my god. Sleepy ginger scientist is a treat. Let me tell you guys. Could you go get me a soda? Yeah. Yeah, go get me a soda, please. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Where the hell am I supposed to be going? Thank you. Dr. Pepper, please. Okay, I, hydrate with the Dr. Pepper. I I think what was cold was Coke. Yes, in fact, my blood sugar is low, but you guys are gonna, you guys are awesome. And we've got, what? Yeah, yeah, thank you. Little punk ass. I get ready when I'm hungry. Dude, I, I feel like I have passed this. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Oh, thank God I found these stupid rats. See, just they're ugly. Thank you. I had no idea. But you know what? We don't judge. We're not judging. Look judgy. Yes, you're being judgy. Ginger scientist is over there talking about the ugly. The ugly. You know what? They can't help the way they were coded. Jeez. I'm not being mean to you. You're being mean to these poor little rats. No. They're no, they're not mean. They're nice. They're just drawn that way, kind of like Jessica Rabbit. Claiming it's soda. Yeah. Don't forget to touch any new one. If you were to say some shit like that, some of the stuff they come up with in games, I feel like if you were to say some of this shit, if you were just to walk up to someone, don't forget to touch it. What? But I mean, in game it's acceptable. You might. Yeah, I can now teleport to this uh, m- mud munching monster over to the east. You're Jessica Rabbit fan. Yeah. Hmm? Is sucker punch raccoon. What? Yeah. Obviously, Ginger Scientist is awake, and yes, I'm drinking my soda. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Squeak. Only in a game, dude. Only in a game. Yeah, I remember this too. No, yeah. Well, I need to go save a worm. Hmm. Things we say. Here, why don't you take your? Now, why do I have to keep your phone? Yeah, please take it. I mean, I'll play. I'll continue to stream. You guys are so amazing that you're sticking around with. Oh, I don't know why people are friends with us. I don't know why people hang out with us. I don't know why people tolerate us. I mean, I know why they tolerate us. They don't have a choice. Damn it. Building the old farm for the D tree. I'm. Hey, be nice. No. Where are my where are my war points? Stop picking on me, dude. Oh, we don't want to go in the ocean. The ocean's not nice. Not here. They have mean mermen. No, I don't want to talk to you. Yeah, I solved the puzzle. Oh, yeah. Rude. Wow. Mama Ross. Wow. Just Wrigley is going to bail us out. Oh, yes. Please, Wrigley. You've no idea how long I've waited for this. I'm so excited to see you sanitize the soil. Oh my God. Wow. Okay, guys, we've got a lot. We've done a lot. I know there's that you guys have stuck with me, and it's pretty late here where I'm at, and I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me and holding on through through a low blood sugar. And so I think this might be a pretty good place to stop here. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. And like the ginger scientist always says, I hope you have a good night or day wherever you are.